Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan.
And Angela.
From RNA Music, your mom and pop guitar shop and music lesson studio. That's what we really do. Deep in the heart of Canton, Texas is where we're at. As you can tell, because there's a Lone Star on the shirt. You got it. All right, and we are going to answer all y'all's questions right up in here right now.
Yep.
Let's do it. And first question, D. Riddle. D. Riddle. Speaking of Voltron, do you remember Robotech cartoons? Like,
yeah.
What kind of question is that?
Of course we do.
Yes, I do. Robotech was my jam. I would get up like at 6 o'clock in the morning because it came on really early for some reason before school.
Yeah.
I would up and watch Robotech.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite.
I think my sister Michelle watched it. I didn't watch it. I knew what it was, but I wasn't into that at all.
She wasn't into cool cartoons.
I mean, I thought it was cool, and I remember some of the storylines from watching it with Michelle. Michelle was the sci-fi nerd, and I just kind of got sucked in. But
I'm not saying we have a couple of Robotech video games for like PlayStation 2 and you know, or books, or comic books.
Or VHS
tapes
DVDs.
And DVDs of the show.
Right.
Yeah. So yes, I do remember Robotech.
Oh yeah.
It's the best. Love it.
Love it.
I don't have a Robotech shirt though.
Yeah.
Those are kind of like Voltron shirts. Kind of hard to find.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. It's true.
We should look into that. Thanks for the question, D. Riddle. Next question, Jim Hyde. Love your show.
Thanks.
Thank you. What's the Strat Style guitar over Angela's left shoulder? That one? That is just a parts caster that my friend Ken, who sent me the scary shark capo. It's Ken's guitar. I have a couple of, well, do I? Yeah, one or two of Ken's guitars are here on consignment for local people. And it's just a guitar, you know, he got the parts. I don't know if he got them from Warmoth or where he got it. I don't think it's Warmoth, but it's just a Strat that he built and ended up, you know, he's got too many guitars, if that's a thing. Apparently he has a few too many guitars, according to someone. Yeah. And yeah, so it's Ken's. He built it and assembled it and all that stuff. And I don't even remember, you know, there's no name on the headstock. It's just a parts guitar. He built good parts.
It's good.
It's good if you like Strats, you know, if you're into those kind of guitars. But yeah, so it's just a hand-built, home-built guitar by Ken.
By Ken.
Who loves sharks and hates me. Thanks for the question, Jim. Next question, Funky Monkey 1886. Question, if you had $5 to $6 grand to spend on guitars, would you A, go for one expensive model, Les Paul, PRS, Fender Custom Shop, etc., or B, get 2 or 3 less expensive but still high-end guitars, ESP, Ibanez, Charvel, etc. Charvel.
Etc.
It's Charvel if you live in California. Charvel, man. If I had $5,000 to $6,000 to spend on guitars, one or many guitars, what would you do, Angela?
It depends.
What would you buy me?
What would I buy you?
No, I mean, what would you do with $6,000?
A trip to Hawaii. I don't know. What would I do with $5,000 to $6,000? Not buy a guitar. Yeah.
No. I mean, if not a guitar, what would you? Obviously, you wouldn't buy a guitar. What would you do? One big awesome present, or several smaller but still awesome. One $6,000 present, or 3 $2 grand presents.
Ooh, that's hard because we need some stuff around the house.
Or a lot of $500 presents.
Probably a lot of $500 to $200 to $300, $500.
You can get a lot of stuff for $6,000.
Yeah, you could. Exactly. It's a lot of shoes.
One really nice pair of shoes.
Oh God, no! I would never.
You never dropped $6 grand on a pair of shoes.
Or something that's going on my feet.
It's gonna wear out.
Walking on $5,000 to $6,000. Now, yeah, I'd probably buy, you know, something for the house, or, you know, go on a trip. Probably go on a trip. Because I would like to do something like that.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Well, Funky Monkey, I would probably get 3 $2,000 guitars. Because honestly, the difference between a $2,000 guitar and a $5,000 guitar, it's not that much difference. You know, I mean, because you could get a Les Paul for $2,000.
The name. Really.
You can get a pretty sweet PRS for $2,000.
Right.
Now I'm thinking like used. Like I could buy a sick PRS for $2,000 used.
PRSs are tight.
PRSs are tight. You know, so I would probably go that route.
Yeah.
You know, once you hit over the $2,000, $2,500 mark, you know, you're paying for. I think you're paying for cosmetics more so than things that actually affect the sound. So I would get 3 $2,000 guitars.
Yeah.
Or I would buy Angela a trip to Hawaii. Yeah. So there you go. Great. What would you guys do? 1 $6,000 guitar, or 3 $2,000 guitars, or $6,000, 6 $1,000 guitars,
$3,000 guitars,
or 12 $500 guitars. I've got 12 $500 guitars, ish. Some are a little bit more.
Exactly.
So I need 1 really expensive, or 3 really expensive ones, because I've already got the under $1,000 category covered. Okay, next question. Just fun guitar. My question for next time are: 1, Ryan, have you ever tried a Hiwatt amp? They sound amazing, and I want one so bad. Number 2, Angela. Are any of your students trying to go pro as singers, or are they all hobbyists? 3, Ryan and Angela. That would be RNA. Have any of your students ever released any music you are aware of, and do you ever get asked for advice/support on music production?
Okay.
Some fancy 3 questions there. Okay, have I ever tried a Hiwatt? I have not ever had the chance to play on one. I've seen them, obviously, but I've never myself plugged into one and took it for a spin. That would be great. I would love to. I need to do this sometime. Go take a trip to the take a trip to a nice guitar store and try a bunch of amps that I've never tried. That would be fun. In Texas.
One in Texas.
Yeah, obviously in Texas. You need some new shoes.
They think so too.
Who's honking?
They're just honking in agreement.
It doesn't have to be in Texas. I could go somewhere else. You know, I didn't plug into any amps the whole time I was in Denver.
Oh, wow.
I never... Did I even play? I played some of Ike's guitars at his house. I strummed on one at his house. I don't think I actually played a guitar the whole time I was there.
Weird.
It is weird. But I would love to try one. Never have. Angela, are any of your students trying to go pro as singers, or are they all hobbyists?
Right now, they're all hobbyists.
Are they pros in their own minds?
Some of them are.
Some of them have gone pro mentally.
So much. I think some of them have little bitty dreams of going pro, but none of them have yet stepped out into the realm of paying gigs or even performing enough to where they have in front of audience.
They're all fairly young, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think my oldest are 16 year olds. But everybody else are 11, 12, 13 years old. So
they're just starting their journey.
But that's one of the questions that I do ask them, just to get to know them, to kind of mold my curriculum around them, is what are you planning on doing with this? Is this just require, which is fine, so they can get the solos and they can do great on, you know, the competitions, UIL stuff, but or do you want to do like coffee shop? Do you see yourself, what is the dream in your mind when you see yourself perform? Where do you see yourself perform? So that's one of the ground questions that I usually start with whenever they do take lessons, and most of them, I would say 9 times out of 10, most of them say I would love to be a performer in some capacity in front of a big audience. But for the most part, not everyone, not any of them really understand the hard work and dedication and
what it really
sacrifice it takes to be who they idolize. So I think that they would love to do it. I think that some of them have complete potential to achieve it. I do. But yeah, not any right now that are actually pursuing it.
Yeah, no one's going for auditions right now somewhere.
No. I did have one, Lucas. He auditioned for America's Got Talent in Austin. He did pretty well. So yeah, he loves to sing. Right now he's in plays and musicals. So
and drama stuff.
And drama.
Ryan and Angela, have any of your students ever released any music you're aware of? And do you ever get asked for advice or support on music production? I was going to say no, but actually... Yes. Brianna
and her band
had a little band
of
friends, and they put out a CD. Well, they put out like a demo CD.
Yeah.
That,
it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah. They didn't really ask advice on anything. As far as like, hey, what do you think about this song or that kind of stuff. It was sort of, because she was the drummer, and I think her dad basically kind of got involved and was like, hey, if you guys want to do something, I'll kind of fund it. And he kind of funded the studio time, recording time, and
that's cool.
It was. And then as soon as they got it done and got the CD and everything, they broke up.
Yeah,
like her singer crapped out on her, which
that's the life of
guy singers.
They had a VH1 behind the story before they got going.
Yeah, so I think that's as far. I think. Well, yeah. Ashley did one thing. She went to the studio and did a thing and recorded a song or two.
Ashley did. Tessa, she was going to do some recording or singing on stage and stuff. And
Ashley actually did, and we did practice in her lesson. Like, okay, you got to get better at, because she sang and she played. It's like you got to work with the metronome, because when you go in the studio, you're going to play to a click, and if you can't do that, this is going to go badly. And it did, because she came back. She's like, oh, first it wouldn't. I'm like, yeah, because they gotta, if you're gonna come in and layer everything, it's gotta be solid. You can't sort of be ebb and flow with the tempo. Like,
now, if you're just going coffee house,
well, sure,
going to clubs and coffee houses and private parties, you can do whatever you want. But if you're wanting to cut an album,
if there's gonna be more than one instrument on the track, so
it's harder than it looks.
It is a lot harder than it looks. So it's a great experience for all of them, though. It's very eye-opening to go in like, oh, because a lot of times. Oh, somebody's here.
Yeah, I was like, it sounded like rain or something falling. It was crazy.
Sorry, I had to take care of customers. I don't remember what I was saying now.
We were talking about Ashley and being in the drum clicks.
Yeah, so that's about the extent of our students doing their own thing. Although hopefully, in the future, who knows what they'll do. Yeah. That's all I can think of. The moment.
Yeah, we have a few students that if they stick with it, they can go pretty far if they get creative with what they're doing. I think that they could, sub in or be a part of somebody else's recording career or something like that if they really thought about not just creating a band themselves, but maybe helping somebody else with their band experience.
Some of them have the skills.
Some of them do. Some of our girls are rocking it out.
Yeah. They are. They are actually.
No, that's right.
Some of them are doing really good. Some of our 13-year-olds who've been with us for like 3 years now.
Yeah.
Started when they were 10. They're like, oh, you could do something with this if you want to. So.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
It is. All right. Thanks for the question. Just Fun Guitar. Brian Savage. Where's Paul? ? Too busy with his crime fighting in a black suit?
Don't care.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, it was like Cusco. Remember?
Cusco.
Woohoo!
He's not here.
Where are we gonna live?
He's probably at work right now. No, he's probably off work right now.
Yeah.
He's probably driving back.
I'm sure, because normally we film this later. He will probably come rolling in, and go.
Oh, you didn't wait for me.
Okay.
Yeah. He was here last week.
Can we go get dessert?
Like right when we started. Right when we started.
Yeah.
He was here last week. But he left.
But it wasn't this early either.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
So.
We're early this week, which is great because we got to wrap this up.
Yeah, Mama got to get to
We got
bed.
stuff to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's probably driving home from Dallas right now from a corporate meeting.
Yes.
The big corporation he works for.
Wayne Enterprises.
Bitter-based corporation. Kids want to be Batman. Adults want to be Bruce Wayne.
That's the truth.
Yeah, I know that's right. Next question. Walking Dead 1369. I've got to ask Ryan, did you ever check out any Clutch? I don't mean to push. I'm just curious. Also, how are the repairs coming on the car/shop? I did check out Clutch. And what was really funny, because I was messaging Adam Lamar from Warefoot about it, is that I was like, you know what? There's some things I like about this band. I want to like them more than I actually did. I thought I like the fact that they're just kind of like all like normal looking dudes, just like normal guys. It looks like a bunch of me's, in a band.
Without a beard.
Well, one guy did have a beard, but it was kind of like this. And I thought, you know what? If Rick Grimes was in a band, Clutch would be his band.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's kind of like southerny sort of rock, but not like Leonard Skinner southern rock. More like, it's not, you know, I'll have to play the video I was watching. I was like, he looks like Rick Grimes. That's awesome. So I was telling Adam Lamar about that. He's like, you know, they had one of their songs was on The Walking Dead. And I was like, what?
That's cool.
At the end of season 2, when they were like T-Dog and Daryl and Andrea were burning bodies or something, there was they had one of their songs. The Regulators or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Which I was like, that makes sense. That's hilarious. But I listened to them.
Those were the good episodes. Too,
yeah, early Walking Dead. The early Walking Dead, different Walking Dead. But you know, whatever. You know, I liked I liked a lot of things about them, and I liked the vibe and the kind of the style they're sort of going through. It's kind of a southern rock, hard rock thing, but not like redneck southern, not like too southern. I don't know how to describe it. It has a southern flavor to it. And I watched one of their live things, like Whackin' Open Air Festival, them live, and his beard was much bigger. Like on the newest video, I guess of their biggest hit song, his beard was really...
That's the end thing now. They want to be like Ryan.
Well, no, his beard was really short recently. But like, you go back a few years, it was like, hey, nice beard. So, yeah, I mean, I can dig them. I didn't dislike them. I didn't love them though.
Okay.
That was the thing. I wasn't like, man, this is the best thing I ever heard. It was like, I liked them, but I didn't love them. But I didn't hate them. Somebody left me a comment today about the Greta Van Fleet and how, like, you know, shouldn't write off a band just because they sound like somebody else or you don't like the singer or whatever. And I was like, you know, man, personal taste is a funny thing. Just because I don't like it
doesn't mean
that, you know, I have bad taste or that there's anything wrong with you because you do like it.
Yes.
And for me, I'm like, well, if you could, you know, dig deeper, and I'm like, you know what? If I don't have to dig deeper for rock and roll, right? If I listen to it and immediately I'm like, holy crap!
Yes, I don't have to dig deeper for Michael Bublé.
My arms hairs are standing up. I'm like, I like this.
Yes.
You all know that. You all know. As soon as you hear a song, you know what it feels like to be like.
And that's what's great about keeping the music alive, because every single genre, every single band that's out there is geared towards a certain group of people. Because obviously, because a certain group of people got together and they're like, yeah, this is our jam. This is the way we love to groove. And if that strums your heart and like, yeah, it totally speaks to my soul, go for it. Just listen to it. If it makes you, you know, stirs you up, it pumps you up to work out or to, you know, write or to just be or rest or whatever, you know. And if someone doesn't like it, that doesn't mean you have to stop, because they're obviously a group of people that like what you like, you know?
I think you have a visceral gut reaction to like rock music. They don't get so emotionally attached. If I have to like super analyze it and dig really deep as to why I should really like this band, you just don't get it. You know, you got to really, I'm like, I used to analyze orchestral scores in college, like really dig deep and analyze music. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
Rock music.
If I have to do that, I'm not.
I was like, it's not. That's not rock and roll.
It's not way with anything for me. If I have to be like, let me listen to it one more time. No.
Now there are a few,
even on an album.
There are a few albums that I did have to listen to that I liked it more over time. But
I'm not that kind of person.
Not very often.
But see, everybody's built differently. Like, he's that kind of person. He's like, let me give them one more chance because they are my favorite band, but not necessarily my favorite album that the band has put out. And he'll go back and listen to it over and over and over again until he finds one song that he's just like, yeah, I dig this. I dig it enough.
One song is great.
They've redeemed themselves. And me, I'm like, no. I can't do that. I can't. So if it doesn't, I mean, I might listen to a song twice to be like, what was that part? There was that one part of the song that I really liked. But if the rest of it doesn't get me, I ain't doing it.
Yeah. So it's kind of, with Clutch, it's like, you know, I want to like him. And I did like how, you know, how gritty his voice was live. I was like, oh man, cool. He's got like some, he's about to kill some zombies, man. I kind of, you know.
Yeah.
But I didn't absolutely love it.
And that's
but I didn't hate it. But I did like it. I might have to go back, and if I listen to them again, I'll probably be like, well, okay, all right. Gotta give it a few lessons. Mm-hmm. Gut instinct, though. You go with your gut most of the time. 99% of the time, go with your gut. Thanks for suggesting them, though, and I had a great conversation with Mr. Warefoot about them. I was like, they're no Warefoot. I like them, but they're no Warefoot. That's all I can say about next question. Jeff T. Do you think every guitar player who takes lessons should take voice lessons at the same time if they dream of or plan on playing in front of people? Interesting question. We have some students that actually, they'll take a guitar lesson with me.
They'll double up.
And then immediately afterward, they'll go to the other end of the building and do a voice lesson with Angela. So we have had that several times. Mm-hmm. I kind of lean toward, you know, getting the basics down on one instrument, kind of like focusing on one first and getting, you know, I mean, it can take years and years and years to become a great musician at one instrument. But I think getting some core essential things down first, especially for younger players. Now this may be different with older students, but it depends on your time and your focus. But older students don't have as much time as 13-year-olds do.
Right.
Because you got jobs, you got dogs, and cats.
There's so many different factors.
So I think it is a good idea to take those lessons. But I kind of like say, you know, do a couple of months of, you know, maybe guitar and get solid with that, or voice. And then, because what you're having to do is you're having to split your time. So no matter if you do multiple instruments, there's a minimum amount of time you have to do every single day to get better at whatever your instrument is. Right? So, and most of the time we say that's at least 30 minutes.
Right.
Minimum. Like minimum.
Right.
Like if you're just doing 5 minutes a day, you're not going to get anywhere. But
it's just
minimum of 30 minutes a day. More is better.
Right.
And so if you're doing guitar and voice, that means you got to do a minimum of 1 hour a day, concentrated effort to get better, to get where you want to go, you know?
Right.
If you're serious about it, like real serious, like serious, you know, now you're talking like 2 hours a day or more if you're doing multiple instruments, you know?
Yeah.
So that can be tough. So I think it's good to really go hardcore and attack one instrument, whether it's voice lessons or guitar, you know, and then after a few months, you know, add one in and see if you can do it and balance your time. But, you know, the people who are really driven, they'll do it.
Right.
That's the trick.
It'll turn into a bit of frustration, though. If you're starting off beginner vocalist, that is going to be frustrating. Very frustrating. Because not only are you going in and you're having to change things about your hand position and learning scales and exercises with guitar, but then you're coming into voice and they're like, no, that's not right. No, you're not breathing right. No, we need to do this again. Oh, no, that was off pitch. No, you're sharp. Now you're flat. Now you're not doing it from gut.
That's a lot of constructive criticism.
There's a lot of criticism at once, and not a lot of people can handle that. And that's why whenever I teach voice, I only teach after a certain age, like junior high, if they're in junior high, because they've already received enough constructive criticism being graded and tests and sports enough where that if they're told that's wrong, they don't completely crumble. But I've seen that even with adults, whenever their time is split so much and then life just happens and then the focus is there. So I agree completely with Ryan. Focus on one thing and get well enough where you know the logistics of your instrument, where you can play songs, you know, chord changes and, you know, proper hand, you know, all that kind of stuff, first, you know.
Yeah.
Before you start focusing on your voice. Because a lot of times, I have to say this, a lot of times with vocal students, if you're serious about singing in front of people, I would say about half the time people who come to me have pretty good, decent voices. They just need a little tweaking, you know, so it's not as much like very in-depth teaching as much as you would as a beginner. Now, if you're a beginner, definitely take your time.
Pick one.
Yeah.
But if you're already, you know, a fairly competent guitar player, you know your open chords, you can play some songs, you know, you can get through some songs with good rhythm,
right?
Good timing, you know, then yeah, I think it's worth it for any guitar player to take some voice lessons. You're never less valuable because you know more things. So if you go for a gig and you can sing backup and the other guy can't,
right,
you're getting the gig. Let's say you're equal guitar players, but you can sing backup vocals and he can't, or she can't. The person who can play guitar and sing is going to get the gig. Right. So you're always more valuable. So it never hurts to, you know, work on that.
But know your limitations and don't overstress yourself.
Yeah.
Because you want to enjoy it.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Totally enjoy it. Thanks for the question, Jeff T. And final question, JBone23. With the final last-minute question, he slipped this one in on another video, and I was like, oh, dude, go put that in on the most recent Ask RNA, or I'm going to miss it. Sometimes I miss questions, like...
Just normal questions.
Funky Monkey, this question he asked, I missed it last week, because I'm scrolling through like 63 comments trying to find
the comments
questions.
were redonkulous. Y'all were just...
Great.
It was wonderful in a redonkulous way.
But yeah, but if I have to try to find questions on various platforms and various videos, I'm like, I'm probably going to miss it. So, last minute, final entry, barely made it. JBone23, hey Ryan and Angela, here's a potential question for the Q&A. Have either of you been to South by Southwest or spent any time in Austin checking out music? If so, what are your thoughts? I used to go to South by Southwest every year until it got way too big and expensive for me to enjoy myself. Ooh, great question, man. No, I have not ever been to South by Southwest.
No.
You know, I know some people who have with their bands and stuff, but I've never gone down there. We don't hardly ever go to Austin for anything.
You hardly ever go anywhere.
We hardly ever leave Canton.
If you haven't noticed on our vlogs, it's just a lot of Walmart.
We go to Walmart a lot.
A lot.
There's a lot of Walmart. No, I've never been. You know, the only times I've been, we've driven through Austin several times. You know, she has some family that lived outside of Austin. We'll drive, well, most of the time we drive around it. There's a big loop you can drive really fast around Austin on your way to Laredo or San Antonio. But I haven't. I really haven't. I don't know that I really want to. Seems a little crazy.
Those two last comments, big and expensive. I don't like crowds because we have First Monday here.
Yeah.
And our just walking through First Monday is
crazy crowds
like,
once a month here in Canton. So.
No. And that's happening right now. Like right now is First Monday.
Oh, it's this weekend.
Yeah, because I was like, what are all these people? Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Damn it! It's First Monday and Labor Day, which is a double whammy.
Oh yeah.
Forgot. Because I'm off Monday.
So excited. Me too. Let's sleep in. Let's sleep in and watch movies at the house.
Right? I'm getting all these steps because I'm shaking my hand. But yeah, and expensive. I'm so frugal, hence the Walmart, that...
Yeah, I'm just going to say, it's, you know, Adam and I went to the gig in Fort Worth with Rest Repose. I'm like, Fort Worth, man. Fort Worth is like an hour and a half, hour, 45 minutes. Almost 2 hours away. And I'm like, if it wasn't for like Fluff and I are like we're kind of buddies, and like we're gonna do a video with a rigged rundown.
He's not my buddy.
Angela didn't go. She doesn't mean it, Ryan. She doesn't know you like I do. He watches these.
I know he does.
But yeah, if it hadn't been for like Ryan and us going and like doing the rig rundown, or I can't say that. That's trademarked. The rig overview of Ryan's touring rig. I was like, man, that's a long drive. That's a long drive. And it's a long drive home. Thankfully, Adam drove. I mean, I don't like to travel, even for music sometimes. Like, I go to Dallas. If Metallica's playing, I'm going. We'll go to Dallas.
But I have to say, I was sitting here thinking that friends of ours, Dan and Dawn, went down to South by Southwest, and they ran into the dudes from Supernatural.
Did they?
Yeah.
Like, literally ran into them? Like...
Yeah, they ran a car accident. I'm just kidding. Because they were there because Dean is from Texas. He's Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and he has a beer company. Like him and his wife own like
a craft beer.
Yes, like they have their own like restaurant in Austin.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he's got Supernatural money. So.
Yeah, he does.
He's got.
But they ran into them.
He's got Gilmore Girls money.
No, that was the other one.
Which one's Dean? I don't know.
Dean, Sam is the tall one. Dean is the short one.
Whatever.
The brother.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
The fun one.
Yeah.
The one who drives the car.
Yes.
I like him more. He's hardcore.
Poor Sam.
Sorry, Sam.
But yeah, he was down there, and they went to an event, like a music thing, and they ran into it. Both of them, I think. I have to look at her Instagram. Booth. I'd be like, now that would be really cool if you can guarantee me to run into the guys from Supernatural. I wouldn't mind.
I only travel sometimes if it's going to be very
feature episodes.
I'm super spoiled now because I've got to go backstage with Megadeth and backstage because I know guys who are in the business. You know, and then like the Snake Pit for Metallica. I'm like, I'll go. I'm kind of spoiled now. I don't want to just kind of go and stand in the back and your back hurt after standing all day. I'm like, but no, never been. Sounds like, you know, if it was that amazing, you would probably still go too, I guess.
I think it probably is. It's just overwhelming because of all the people. It's
probably like NAMM. Like the first time you go, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like Disney. And then, you know, like the fourth time, you're like, oh God.
It's like Disney.
It's like, this sucks. So many people, it's so loud, and
so many strollers.
Oh man, everybody's got egos, and you know, which, you know, if you've never been, you're like, what are you talking about? I would love to go. I'm like, I know, once, it's twice even. About the third time. About the third time, you're like, yeah,
it's so hot.
It's 1 million.
So much walking. Yes.
So yeah, there you go, man. Nope, never been. I'm not necessarily planning to go. Maybe. Depend. It would depend on some factors if it was worth going or not.
Yeah.
I did see Metallica play in Austin, though, at the X Games. That was pretty awesome. Outside of Austin.
He did.
Inside. You don't like Metallica. You wanted to go?
Yeah, well, I wasn't invited, so whatever.
I'm sorry. We'll take it up with Brianna's parents. Thanks for not inviting Angela. And that's the final question for this week. If you have questions for next week, please leave them below in the comments section of this video. I mean, you can leave them somewhere else, but they probably won't get answered. But if you want them answered, comment section of this video until the next video comes out. And then you have to do it in the comments of the next video. And we'll try to answer them.
Yeah, we will.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you for all the comments. Do read the comments as well. Comments are welcome. You don't have to ask a question.
Don't.
You know, but...
You better, though. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, if you want to. Just make sure you ask Angela a question, too.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
I'll just sit here and text.
What would be funny is that there was, like, they were all questions for Angela, and there were no questions for me. That would be hilarious.
That would be so funny. You're like, just sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, crochet's good.
Okay.
Yeah. I like black people. Yeah. Yeah, chalk paint. Very nice.
Yeah.
Chalk paint. Good stuff.
Pre-K. Awesome.
Yeah.
Being a mom.
Vocals
That's
are
awesome.
great.
Mama bears. Yeah.
Oh, more crochet questions.
Yeah. I haven't crocheted. I just recently crocheted.
Yes, you did. You've been crocheting pumpkins.
I've been crocheting pumpkins for one order, but I haven't in a while, which is nice because it wears me out. I didn't realize how much it wore me out.
Yeah.
This is hard, not life.
It's a lot of work, crocheting. That's why you got to make patterns and sell the patterns and don't sell the actual product. Sell the knowledge and not the product. So.
Because knowledge is power.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
And knowing's half the battle.
Gee, I haven't.
I'm surprised Paul hasn't texted me in the middle of this.
I know, right?
Are
y'all going to film that? Are you?
What's going on?
That's our Paul impression.
That's not a very good one.
No.
Or is it?
You'd be like, man.
That's not how I do things. I'll Google it. All right. Anyways, enough rambling. We got to go.
Right.
We'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
We need the music.
Yes, you do.
We need to keep it alive. And it's okay to not like other people's music.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Lighten up.
Yeah. And we'll see y'all. Oh, somebody's texting.
What? If it's Paul, well, laugh.
He did text me. I just had him silenced.
Silencia.
Oh, jinx.
That is a text right there.
I don't know.
The text of the ages.
I don't know. He said, you know that turd sticker cost $90. I'm like, oh, he's talking about his Toyota Racing Development sticker on the side of his truck. Because if you have TRD on the side of your Toyota truck, my 13-year-old says, turd. Because every 13-year-old thinks that.
Pretty much.
He had to have his truck fixed, and that sticker was $90. He did text me. I just missed it. And on that note, let's go on. Bye, guys.
Bye.